Hi, this is Abira from NDTV. This kind of league is creating a lot of interest in racing, but how will this build careers of drivers from here on? Because we have to incubate that also the careers of these drivers. So, how are you looking at that, both of you?
Veera. I think firstly he would be the right person to answer about how the drivers do get this opportunity. When I was sitting with my team members just now, they were telling me where karting is concerned, that is the starting point and a hub for young kids who really start out even from the age of 8 and 9. He himself, the person who was talking to me, is a teacher. So I think the starting point is from a younger age to be able to induce that. I think we need more infrastructure to be able to make it more accessible to the younger generation. I think that comes from the curation of excitement that will come from y'all representing us pushing the sport. I'm sure it's at a nascent stage. I'm sure there are lots of obstacles to overcome. But like, for example, when I went to Coimbatore, I see a racing track that was phenomenal. So you never know where you have camps, where you have offsites, where you have places where a lot of talented young individuals can come together with the usage of perhaps not always the ideal technology, but still having some kind of base to be able to learn. I wouldn't be the right person to answer how to go about it because that's not my field of expertise. But I think the intent is to actually lead it to that, to have young kids learn the basics while being able to use the best cars available and learn and adapt and evolve and hopefully represent at a much bigger platform also in the future. So I think Akhil would be the right person to answer that.
To be more precise with your question, so firstly, we are helping out not just the drivers but also the mechanics and the engineers. So the drivers, especially for the Indian drivers, we are giving the Formula 4 seats on the subsidiary price, and we are the cheapest championship in the whole world. We can proudly say that in order to support the Indian drivers. And at the same time, we are helping out the engineering students, where we are giving a 5 weekends free internship for the engineering students, where they get the hands-on experience on the cars, which in general, if any engineering student have to do that in Silverstone, they have to pay £30,000 for 2 weekends. But we are giving it, and we are proud and we are happy to say that almost in last 3 years, in 3 batches, 18 students have been placed in various different teams in the international level. And where I can also proudly say that if you have seen the F1 movie, there's one Indian kid in the garage when Brad Pitt enters. So that data analyst is from our internship thing. Not just that, but one engineer is in the Ferrari Academy, one engineer is in the Williams F1, and there are 4 engineers in the MP Motorsports, which is in the Formula 2. So we are working towards the ecosystem, creation of the awareness, and also the push for the sport in the country.
I have one more question for you. There's a severe shortage of space, especially road space or, racing tracks. How do you think a league like this will sustain, or what we can do about this?
See, for a league like this to sustain, firstly, we have to create the awareness amongst the people, and then we have to create the interest. So the good part of this sport, especially the motorsport, is that the moment people get aware of this sport, they automatically get interested once they have the first-hand experience physically watching this. So at the same time, we would need more support from the governments, like how the all other sports are getting. And coming to the space constraint, I mean, like every sport have this space constraint. I mean, like even building the stadiums for the cricket is also a space constraint. But where there is a way, where there is a will, there is a way. So if we get support, then definitely we're gonna be bright in the future. Thank you.
So, hi, my name is Deepika, and what do you think about motorsport in India? What's the future?
I personally feel the future for the motorsport is bright and good in India, especially. And if you see the Formula One Red Bull team, Indians are the majority stake of the fans for the Red Bull Formula One team itself. And if you see the interest and if you see the number of fans growing towards the motorsport is quite a phenomenal number, and we are the majority number in the world fans of the motorsport.